James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, the win the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the Basement Postgame Show. First of all, I'm going to apologize to y'all for these last couple of games and making y'all suffering through doing whatever in the fuck he thought he was doing on here. I was out of town, but the boy is back. And you see, I brought the Monstars with me when we came for this shit. So, I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and with me today, we got the Basement GM/General Counsel, my boy Adam Barra. Adam, how you doing?
I'm General Counsel now. We've upgraded.
Well, you're not my General Counsel. My General Counsel is Ricky J. Martin.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. Also, we're joined by my boy, the Caribou Captain, Ariel Latias. Ariel, is that one better, bro? You like that one?
That one's better. And just for the record, Ricky J. Mark is also my general counsel.
Sorry, brother. That's an exclusive club that you got to be in to be represented by that elite level. I can't even make the joke about what the fuck is going on here. Stop it. I can't even make the joke about Jess not coming to work no more. So I'm going to have to make up something new. We got the girl Jessica Lansberg on here. Jess, how you doing today?
I'm good. I'm here. I'm being consistent, unlike the Heat.
Exactly. Well, they consistent now.
Yeah.
They consistent. You see that boy name? Rinse, wash, repeat. And I usually pat these boys up, but these Cains need to be introduced individually. So first, we going to start off with my boy God's second favorite, the boy Kendall from the Cain Gang joining us here. Kendall, how you doing, my boy?
First and foremost, never rush me to do anything in life. Second of all, you got me fucked up. Well, I'm number one on the power rankings, ESPN rankings, RPI, any index you check. Well, I'm God's favorite. What it is, cuz.
No, for sure. And I don't know where he went, but he'll be back. And when he come back, y'all make sure y'all get them ski masks on, put them hoodies on, because that boy going to be in that villain bag, the crown prince of crime of the basement. The boy Threat going to be joining us as soon as he get his internet together. So before I kick it to them and let them get their thoughts off, I want to thank some of these people for these don't know. So we want to thank Donaldson Duran for the $4.99 don't know. He said, I don't want to hear nothing about the ball sticking with Tyler in the game no more. Watching Strus try to create is actually painful. Oh, believe me, I'm pretty sure several people on this panel got smoked for that boy. Want to thank Dan the Film Gen for the $2 don't know. He said, this team is stupid. We agree. We've been also saying that for a very, very, very fucking long time. Want to thank my boy Luke Apollon. I think he called into the show last night when you guys did the call-in section. But with the $4.99 don't know. He said Highsmith is not an NBA player. No duh. And Max thought he was Tyler Herro in the clutch. Max thought he was Tyler Herro all game. So Miami dropped the game to the Minnesota Timberwolves 105-101, in which they played a very solid first half. And then the third quarter. And then the same thing happened in the fourth quarter. That always happens. Always offense stagnated, couldn't make shots, and they couldn't get stops. So, since we only got one black man on the panel, we're going to start with him today. Kendall, give me your thoughts on the game tonight, my boy.
Rinse, wash, repeat. You know what I'm saying? It's a valiant effort. Hey. a valiant effort. You want to address my man, or
you just say hi, bro?
Hi, bro. He gonna be in my mentions all night anyway, bro.
He's like the child version of you.
He's not any
It's like your
me.
nemesis, bro.
He's not a nemesis. He's not me. He's not here. I'm here. He tried.
Get your takes off. Nah, but yeah, rinse, wash, repeat. You know what I'm saying? A valiant effort. from an
Take that shit off the
undermanned
screen.
Miami Heat squad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just love to see it. You know, a lot of grit and grinding out there. Bam came out, looked like, you know, it might be one of them nights. Like, he trying to go for 40. You know what I'm saying? And he was in a groove early, and then, you know, his offense just is what it is. It plateaued because he ain't no shooter. He can't shoot jump shots consistently like that. Like, to get hot, not really nobody out there to get him some easy looks. And yeah, like the defense came out really good. You know what I'm saying? They played really well to start the game, and then Minnesota went on a little run in that third quarter. You know what I'm saying? Cliche, rinse, washed, repeat. The same old story when it comes to the Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying? And then Jordan looked 35, but actually 27. McLaughlin just started teeing up. He started going crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then at the end of the day, it was rinse, washed, repeat. Nobody could close the game. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy wasn't out there to get them struggle buckets to possibly close it out. And then, you know, we had Caleb taking on Rudy Gobert, one-on-one off the dribble. We had Max Tunnel Vision Strus, who I can't wait to talk about. Just don't see nothing but the three-point line and the rim. Like, that's all he see out there. And then them boys lost at the end of the day.
No, for sure. Max Strus was absolutely the most aggravating thing on the court for me tonight, bro. Like that. So, I mean, when we get to players, we talking about that bitch first. I want to thank HM for the $5 dono. I hope you're having a good night. He said, did Pat truly think this shit would work? He couldn't have. He said, he couldn't have. No, he couldn't have thought this shit was going to work. But maybe he did. They did like their team. Thank you, David Sasson, for the $5 dono. He said, I'm tired of saying Max with his hands on his head after a foul. The motherfucker looks like he cries while watching Love Island. I've never watched Love Island, David Sasson, so I don't really understand the reference, but I bet you it's funny as fuck to those who have watched it. Thank you, Luke Apollon, again for the $199 dono. He said Ant literally finished the Heat in the fourth. Oh, Ant-Man? Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. Yeah, listen, like that was the difference in the game tonight. It wasn't like Minnesota played well. They're just more talented than the Miami Heat. And they just were more talented. Ariel, I'm going to kick it to you, bro. Give me your thoughts on the game.
A lot of what Kendall said, I agree that, you know, I thought the Heat put in like a really, really strong effort on the second night of a back-to-back. I kind of thought they'd get blown out tonight, and for them to have played like, I mean, they didn't play very well offensively at all in the game, but I mean, I thought their defense was pretty good. I thought the Wolves just kind of also didn't play very well, like you kind of alluded to in the first half, and that's why the Heat had the lead at halftime. But yeah, man, like you said, they're at a talent disadvantage. They already, like, when the roster is whole, are kind of lacking like another good shot or high level shot creator for them to be able to get good offense consistently. And so when Jimmy and Tyler are out, it's just like they got to like get crazy hot from three to win these games, right? Because they just like, even Bam was, you know, really good in the first half, but he's not going to give you 30 every night. Like it's not who he is. He's already carrying such a huge defensive burden for this team, right? And he's still giving you like 17, 14, 5 assists, a steal, 2 blocks. Like, yeah, the field goals don't look great.
I fucked with that.
That's a Bam game. Like, that's just Bam doing what Bam does, right? And he shot some shit at the end of shot clocks and 2 at the end of the game that like make the numbers, the efficiency look a little bit worse than it is. But he had a fantastic game overall. But the Heat are just at a talent disadvantage, like you guys alluded to. And they're on the second night of a back-to-back. This is not a game that they were probably going to win anyways. And for them to make it close, I thought was good. But yeah, hats off to them for making it close. What are you going to do, man?
You can suck my dick with that moral victory shit, bro. Like, no, bro.
I'm happy. Hey, you know how I feel about the result, though.
Yeah. Like, the result is the result. But you also said they're going to win 52 games, bro. So I don't really trust what you say. I really don't trust what you say about basketball at this point. Jess, we're going to go ahead and we're going to kick it to you. Tell me your thoughts on tonight's game.
All right, I won't go into the moral victory thing. I thought we played well objectively in the first half, and I thought we played terrible in the second half. I kind of like never got optimistic even in the first half because they just couldn't. The Timberwolves couldn't possibly continue to play that bad and that sloppy in the second half. Like, it just wasn't going to happen. Like, they were turning the ball over left and right, and then we started doing that. So, and then they started hitting shots and we started missing shots. So it was just bound to happen. Like that team with the people they have on that team, they're not going to go 4 quarters, like not being able to score. Cat's a monster. We don't have enough height on our team to defend any of those guys. Our zone is awful. I was tweeting about that during the game because I was so pissed. We cannot cover every single possession. Any team can get an open 3 against us because we just can't. Someone is left open every single time. And I don't know what you do about that because we're definitely not good enough to play man. And if you play 3-2, they're just going to exploit the bottom. So I don't think that there's a solution for that, but I'm tired of watching that every single game. It's really, really aggravating. So, I mean, overall, again, Max, we'll talk about him individually. He's on my nerves. Bam and Lowry were really the reason we're in the game. So, yeah, it was a good effort, but it wasn't going to happen against that team, with the people that we had available tonight and how sloppy they played in the second half and just awful offensively also.
Barra, go ahead and get your shit off, bro.
I mean, I disagree with you guys in saying that the Heat played well in the first half. I think both teams sucked in the first half. The Timberwolves sucked even more. I didn't really see anything appealing about the Heat throughout the entire game. They were playing without any of their guys. Nothing was real to me. I knew the Wolves were going to come back, stage some sort of comeback, whether or not we liked it. And then by the end of the third quarter, the Heat would fall apart, and that's exactly what happened. It's just been what Kendall's been saying. It's just been the story of the season, and we saw it again tonight. They had a short rotation. It is what it is. Like they didn't play well in the second half at all. It just looked like a team that's never played with one another, and it's because they haven't. So,
bro, they was up 60-47, bro, with dog water doo-doo shit out there, bro. Like
both teams sucked, and they were up 60-47. Yeah.
In the first half, Minnesota couldn't hit shit. I think Ant was 0 for 4 from 3. D'Angelo Russell was like 0 for 2. Cat had missed out. Like they weren't hitting. And then in the second half, they hit. Like a Cat was getting out because they were just dumping the ball down to him in the post, and he was doing whatever he wanted. Threat, welcome back, my boy. How are you doing today?
I don't know. My shit sound ass right now. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
No, you good, bro. I can hear you.
Yeah, my shit, my laptop performing. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah. Now my laptop is performing like the Miami Heat. I don't know. This shit is terrible right now, bro. What's the question? I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
If you wasted more than 15 minutes watching the game tonight, I feel sorry for you. There's so much more that you could have did with your life, but you decided to watch the Heat tonight. Reevaluate your whole situation right now. Reevaluate everything that you're doing in life. If you not going in for the Wemby sweepstakes right now, I need you to reevaluate your life right now. That's the only concern. I'm not even going to act like a real fan tonight. I am excited. I'm ecstatic every time the Heat lose. Max Strus airball, I was lit. I was lit out of every Bam 3-point air lit. Bruh, I'm excited when we lose, bruh. I'm happy, bruh. Like I'm in great spirits, bruh. Like I'm not gonna be here acting all fake and funny with y'all. Like I'm sad and depressed when we lose. No, I am lit. I am lit right now, bruh. Every time we lose, there's not a better feeling right now. There's not a better feeling because we just gonna get a star player, bruh. That's it, really, for me. I'm chilling, bro. I'm in great spirits. I'm feeling amazing.
You know that boy lit because that boy he been eating Fun Dip all night watching that Heat.
Yes, sir. Yeah, hey, Fun Dip, drinking Gatorade, all that, bro. I'm chilling.
You out of here. That's what you look. Oh, no, you back? Okay. The boy just made it back in here. Nah, we're going to talk about Max first, though. The absolute worst player on the floor for the Miami Heat tonight. We're going to go the other way this time. And, Barra, we're going to start with you. Let's talk about Max Strus tonight. 23 shots, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he's a shooting guard. Like, look, he sucked, but he had to do it. Somebody had to take 20 shots, and it was him. Like, I was fine with it. He sucked, but who else is gonna do it? You know, like, to me, the worst player was Dedmon, not Dedmon and Highsmith, second half Highsmith. Those were two of the players for me that sucked. But Max, look, he still scored 19 points. They were an inefficient, horrible 19 points, but he still did it. And he hit threes in the second quarter that were really timely. So I'm not going to sit here and blame Max Strus on this loss and call him the worst player on the court, because to me he wasn't. He needed to take those shots, and he helped the Heat in times where they needed it.
No, fuck that. You wrong. Jess, we gonna come to you. Why was Max Strus the worst player on the floor?
Is that because I'm shaking my head? Because I just strongly disagree. First of all, I have no idea where those 19 points came from, because when I saw that, I was like, all I saw was him shooting threes that some of them didn't hit the rim. Some of them were complete air balls. Some were off the backboard. I have no idea what he was doing. Stepping out of bounds, like that fucking last game of the season last year, like his favorite thing to do. Like, I don't know. I just thought he was awful. And to me, like, if you're that cold, like, just pass the ball. And, like, I feel like he just kept trying to make it happen, and it just wasn't happening. And, like, as someone that played basketball, like, you eventually get to a point in the game where it's like, I just got to stop shooting and help this team in any other way that I can. And he just didn't do that. Like, he's just like, maybe I'll start hitting at some point. It's like, yeah, now we're down in the fourth quarter. We have no chance. You're still airballing threes. So I didn't think it helped. Like, and I'm never the one to bash Max, but I just feel like we saw like Jamal, Cain, and Highsmith like hustle and like play with heart and like just try to get us a dub, even in these like circumstances where we're not even supposed to be in the game. And I just think Max was like detrimental to the team tonight, despite the 19 points. Like, I just think it was bad all around.
Yeah, even though you were spitting about Max, I would not accept any shameless Highsmith praise on this show. Like, that's not a thing. That bitch is sorry. Why does he play, bro? Why is he in the game?
Because they don't have anybody.
I don't give a fuck. Don't play him. Tell Quinny to suit up.
Where's UD?
Karan just got his jersey retired by fucking Washington or some shit.
Yeah. And he slimmed down a little bit. Put him in.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know if both his eyes open all the way, because sometimes shit up. But put him in the game. But hey, Tragic Highsmith, I can't fuck with it no more, bro. That shit is terrible. Matias, go ahead and talk about. Oh yeah, we said you didn't want me calling you by your last name, Ariel.
No, that's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind that.
It don't matter what you care about, bro. I was gonna do it
exactly
anyway. Matias, go ahead and talk about the boy Max Strus.
Okay, so I hate this, but like I kind of leaning a little bit more where Adam's at, in that like
that boy Ariel having some issues right now out here agreeing with him. The dick eating is outrageous. We will have none of that. I'm sorry.
No. Put him back in.
Oh, look, I was gonna do that anyway. You don't get no instructions here. But you come
Don't be anti-Semitic.
Once
Come
a
on.
week. First of all, you getting me in the Kyrie Irving back? No, we're not doing this. Go ahead, Ariel. Talk about Max.
So, as I was saying, I think that Max kind of has to take those shots. Not that they're good shots. Like, he's forcing a lot of shots. But I didn't think that all of his shots were bad. I just think that he's the most trigger-happy guy that they have in this lineup, right? And he's going to play 30-something minutes, and he's going to put those shots up. Bam is getting him generally decent looks, right? They're all night, all the Heat are running are Lowry, Bam, pick and roll, and Bam DHOs or screen actions with Max Strus. So Max is coming off those screens, and he's got a good look like most of the time. He just didn't shoot well, but he's going to keep shooting. If you look at the last 3 games, he's averaging 16 points per game on 32% shooting and averaging 19 field goal attempts per game. So those are the 3 games since Jimmy and Tyler have been out, and the numbers haven't been very good. So, I mean, at the end of the day, Threat, like you've said, we've kind of talked about this before. He's a role player. And he's having to expand his role a little bit here. He's a good role player, but as long as he plays within his role, he's having to do too much, and the numbers are showing that. So, look, he had a shitty game, but there's no way that, Adam, you mentioned that Highsmith and Dedmon were the 2 worst players in this game. And the stat sheet, if you look at it, tells you that Highsmith was okay. He had 12 points and 5 rebounds on 4-7 shooting. He is maybe the worst player that I've seen suit up for the Heat in a long time. He might be worse than Chris Silva.
Not a chance. Chris Silva is living and breathing right now.
No. I'd play Chris Silva over Haywood Highsmith.
That's where I'm
100%. 100%.
Spo, cut Chris Silva, okay? From our very own.
Bring Chris Silva back. I'm starting this.
You got me fucked up. If you want to see me really unhinged on this bitch, you let Chris Silver step foot out there on that basketball court.
Do you want Victor Wembanyama or not, bro? Like, what are we shooting for here?
Chris Silver, fuck is you talking about? Thank you, Luke Apollon, for the $4.99. Don't know. He said, I want to fight every coach Highsmith ever has. This legit. Line them up, and they all got to shot me a fade. I think he meant shoot. Yeah, because someone told this man he was an NBA player. Patrick Riley told him he was an NBA player, and he gave him money to do it. Thank you, HM, for the $5. Don't know. He said, I would legit trade Jimmy if it meant getting those number 1 odds and landing Wemby. This build is cooked. Keep the L's coming. Listen, bro, I suggest you keep the team just like it is. We don't need to do nothing. We cool. We'll get there organically. Thank you, Dash Jordan, the nasty man, for the $10 don't know. He said, no worries. It's only the 18th game of the season. Like the Heat like their team, and we can't judge them until Victor Oladipo and Yurtseven come back. That's you said it, not me. Thank you, somebody, for the $5 don't know. He said, somebody please drag Pat to the retirement home. Hey, 4 more years. He said, no better proof of being senile and out your mind, giving all that money to old Thick Lowry and fraud Duncan. Y'all coming with the moolah tonight. Thank you, Moonbets, for the $5. Don't know. He said, Highsmith is poor man's Dedmon with the court awareness, and that says something. 2 bam threes at the end of the game. 2 Drake, Soldier Boy. Yeah, whatever, all that. That's a lot. I'm tired of reading don't know, to be honest with you. I'm running out of steam. Fuck it, Darren. So I'll read that later. Kendall, get your shit off about Strus tonight.
Hey, man, that boy, y'all's ever seen the fucking video of the jit that had a basketball game? Nigga said, oh, my name is Trey. I got a basketball game tomorrow. I'm a point guard. Max Strus, when he got on that plane for Cleveland, he called his family and was like, hey, I'm Max Strus. I got a basketball game tomorrow. I am a shooting guard. And that boy take that shit personal. He is a shooting guard. And he's shooting every single time he touched that pill. Bruh, I ain't never seen a man so happy. Hey, nah, I ain't finna go there. But, hey, Max Strus is just a wild boy. I'm going to be real. But he disgusts me and made me happy at the same time tonight because it's just like, hey, man, that is losing basketball. Like how many shots this nigga took from 3?
20. He took 15 from 3, 23 shots in the game.
Bro took 15 threes, bro, and hit on 4 of them hoes.
Yeah.
At what moment did it ever cross his mind and be like, it ain't going.
Maybe not this one.
Hey, and I think what discouraged him was that he drove to the rim and Ant-Man sent that shit right back at him. I don't know what he thought, but he tried to switch it up. But I ain't gonna lie, y'all was doing a lot of Haysmith talking, and I just had to do some research. Not only is this man 26 years old, he came into the league at 22 in 2018 and 2019.
Sixers.
With the Sixers. He didn't touch the league for 2 years until last year.
And he got worse.
I don't.
Hi, my name is Trey. I have a basketball game tomorrow.
My man, that's Max right there. I don't know what he got, but just the fact that he ended up on my roster, well, y'all roster, because I ain't got nothing to do with this. They kicked me
playing a dub worth of minutes.
Hey, man, Pat Riley took my company phone. He took the access card, and they blocked me from entering that no-named arena on Dwayne Wade Boulevard. But this man really in the NBA, and he not good.
Playing for your Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Darren Jordan, for the $2. Don't know. He said, keep shooting, Max. It's great Wemby production stats. Mm-hmm. Hey, listen. You can't argue with the real. David Sasson, thank you for the $5. Don't know. He said, Max has the confidence of Steph and the shot IQ of Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Send the man to learn the Taiwan national anthem. He said he about to spam DHO with Dwight. First of all, you're not just going to give him Dr. Robinson spot. Yo, the boy TJ sent Duncan straight to Taiwan on that other post. That bitch called him, he said, Robinson, don't God. That shit had me.
Guangdong Tigers.
Alex Campbell, thank you for the 199 dono. He said the Strus Duncan attempt was clinically insane. That boy different, bro. That boy different. Threat. Tell me why Max Strus was your favorite player on the floor tonight.
Give us an update on the Max Strus stock.
The Max Strus stock is through the fucking roof. Listen, I want a team of 15 Max Struses on this motherfucker. You hear me? I want every player like Max Strus and no Bam Adebayos, no Jimmy Butlers. Bruh, give me straight Max Strus. Give me Haywood Highsmith. Give me whoever. Give me more undrafted. I want 15 undrafted. We got 11. I want 15. Please,
we're pretty
bruh.
fucking close.
Hey, run it up. Let's make history. Let's make history.
How many guys tonight were drafted? Like 3?
Kyle,
Bam,
Jovic.
Might be it, we have to think about it.
Was Dedmon drafted?
I hope
probably
not.
was. I think so.
I think Dedmon was drafted in the second round.
That's a miss.
Bro, you can't be doing it. Let's talk about Dedmon. And we're gonna start with Ariel hating ass. Ariel, tell me what you thought about Dedmon tonight, bro.
Well, I told you last time I was on here, I don't want to talk about Dewayne Dedmon anymore. He keeps me up at night. He gives me heartburn. Like I might get IBS. Like he hurts me. But you know what? I'll be honest tonight. Like he had a good stretch somewhere in the second half there. But I tend to block out the good Dewayne Dedmon moments because like he's just hurt me so much. When Bam comes out of the game, I'm just like, shit, here we go again. You know that GTA meme? That's exactly what it is. Shit. Here we go again. That's still a miss for whoever picked him up.
The war, yeah.
You know what? Somehow he was a +5 tonight. I don't know. I thought he wasn't terrible. If I'm going to be completely honest, I thought he wasn't. This wasn't his worst game of the season. But until Dewayne Dedmon, until the Heat can consistently start surviving the Dewayne Dedmon minutes, which might not really be his fault. That's a good point.
I'm about to say, how can they survive them when this motherfucker taking step back jumpers?
Bro, and before the step back, he took 2 steps inside the 3-point line. He kind of crossed over and then stepped back. I was like, bro, like
with nobody there.
Yeah, like
that was the thing. Wasn't nobody around him, and he
probably just saw some baddies like in the front row, like what's his name, Austin Reeves, and he was like, let me cook.
I don't know, Minnesota baddies.
I'm sure there are some. There's got to be.
He saw Lizzo sitting front and center.
Hey, bro. We don't judge on this show.
First of all, we don't.
That's a lie. We do.
Here. You damn right we judge. I judge everybody. That's literally the whole premise of the show is judging motherfuckers and packing their fucking asses up. But go ahead, Jess. You can talk about that. You talk about re-sign Highsmith. What the fuck? No, let's get there. Why is that your name?
Why you always put like every show?
Because here's my thing, and I'm going to defend Dedmon too. If he just doesn't put the ball on the ground, like I'm actually okay if he doesn't dribble. If he just catches the ball and turns around, does his little like floater hook, whatever the fuck it is, then like I'm okay. And like I've said this on previous streams, like we have to take the points wherever we can get them from. And honestly, even if he just stands there and his body in the paint is like better than like any of these guys that are 6 feet tall trying to guard any of these guys. So I'm not that mad. I feel like he wasn't like detrimental to the team tonight, like he sometimes is. So I'll take it. Like, what are we supposed to expect from Dedmon? Like, we're just in a situation where it's like we have no choice. So it's like, why be mad about it? You know, like, who are we gonna put in when Bam has to sit? Like,
yo, these folks will not tolerate no Dedmon praise out here. Jessica Lambert.
I honestly
follow
just
me on Twitter or whatever. Like,
your Twitter ain't up there. I was just like, girl, stop it. Like. Don't defend it.
But here's the thing. It's like I feel like if you just like this is how I feel about like the team in general. Like I just don't want to be affected by it anymore. So it's like I'm taking this very like indifferent approach. And like Dedmon he doesn't make me that mad for some reason. Like it's just like it is what it is. I've kind of just taken it for what it is, you know?
You know, I'm kind of going through an identity crisis of sorts in that regard too, because my personality was built off of me getting mad at every fucking loss that the Heat had.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care.
No.
I honesty hour, I don't give a fuck whether this team wins or loses games this season. And Like
if you care about the long-term prospects of this team, that's the boat you're in.
But we didn't put ourselves in the win. Like, it's like, why are you going to be disappointed? We didn't take any steps to win. So why would we expect to win? Like,
what the fuck?
What?
Justin just be out here making shit, bro. Like, he don't consult nobody, ask if it's a partner. He just makes shit and put it up. Thank you, Voodoo Vision, for the $4.99 thunder. He said Jovic the best point guard on the team. Let's dig into Jovic a little bit, Adam.
Yes.
How did you feel Jovic played, bro?
I don't know, because he didn't play. Like, he played the first half and disappeared. I don't know. He's a good, like, on the fast break. To me, it feels like he doesn't mess up and he makes the right pass and the right read, which is really special, which is something the Heat don't have, because somehow they always mess up 3-on-1s or 2-on-1s every chance they get. So Jovic tonight in the first quarter, his passes were good. He was rebounding well. He was making all the little plays that you want out of a rookie. Defensively, he got cooked. That's all right. Like he got blown by Jaden McDaniels 3 different times in the first half, but that's all right. Like, that's okay. And my biggest issue, I think, is that he didn't get enough shots up, really. But that's not really his fault. Kyle wasn't looking for him. Bam wasn't giving him the ball because Bam was looking for his zone, and that's all right. And Max was shooting 23 shots in the game. So to me, it was a good game from him from what we saw, but we didn't see much. So.
Yeah, I think that's been a recurring thing with Jovic, is him not like getting the opportunity to like play or build on some of the successes that he's had. Because like you said, I think he was rebounding well at the beginning of the game. One thing that was mentioned on the broadcast was that both he and Bam have the ability to push the ball after the rebound. And they were leaving Gobert's ass in the dust early in that game, and that's how they got a lot of those easy looks in the first half. Kendall, talk to me about Jovic, bro. Where are you on him? Like, did you like the way he played? What's up, bro? What are you laughing at?
We out here talking about a nigga that can just push the ball on the fast break.
Give me something. I feel nothing, Kendall.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I ain't moved by Young Bull. Like, Young Bull don't move the needle for me at all. He can't jump. He ain't athletic. He ain't explosive off of pick and roll, bro. I'm not moved by Young Bull right now. I'm gonna be honest. Like,
not even him starting at the phone next to Bam, bro.
Cool. They seem like, you know what I'm saying, like they can vibe, like they got a little vibe. It looked different. So I fuck with it because of that reason. You know what I'm saying? It ain't PJ Tucker. It ain't Caleb Martin, and it ain't like disrespectful to them, but fuck it. It ain't them, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, let's see. But I'm gonna be honest, I ain't moved by Young Bull. He went 0 for 3 from 3. Welcome to the basement, my boy. Boy, you are from Eastern European. The fact that you go over 3 from 3, fuck that. Nah, bro, that ain't acceptable, cousin.
We will send your fucking ass right back to Latvia or wherever the fuck you from. But his country probably played in the World Cup today.
Yeah, and because you ain't from the States, I ain't getting you no plane. I'm putting your ass right in the cargo ship. Fuck is you talking about? Boy, your ass
international shipping.
Fuck, yeah, you feel me? Like, bro, you can't be going 0-3 from 3, bro. Fuck that. I ain't moved by Jit. Not right now, you know what I'm saying? He obviously need more time because it's just like he can't play both sides, but you know what I'm saying? It's just we pulling strings right now, bro. And he cool, you feel me? Like, okay, like he can push the ball. I can do that, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
Like you said, those threes were last.
Oh, Ariel, don't push
you getting stripped. Bro, Kyle Lowry would put you in prison if you tried to bring the ball up the court on him.
All right, 100%. Just because I can't get around his big ass don't mean I can't go over him. Bro, I seen Kevin Hart do things to Kyle Lowry, bro. Don't disrespect me.
Disgusting, nasty things, bro.
Yeah, bro. On the basketball court, you ain't finna talk down on me like that, bro. You got me fucked up.
You need to make a mixtape. I want to see your game.
Keep your self-doubt on yourself, my boy.
Yeah,
I know I can't get past Kyle Lowry. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But you think
you
think you could beat me up? That boy shot out.
Easy. You've been ducking me for 3 years. Okay, we can do this. We can do this after stream.
He ain't never felt that before, Kendall. He don't know. He don't know what
he said. Ariel said, "You've been ducking me for 3, as if they're not in different countries right now."
I came to your country. I came to Miami, and you wouldn't come.
I don't live in Miami, bro.
Neither do I.
Thank you, Moonbets, for the $5 dono. He said, y'all see Bam cross the fuck out of Rudy and mess up the bank shot? Yes.
No.
I knew we was cooked from there. We were cooked long before the end, my brother. Thank you, Nick Valverde. Oh, what's up, basement guy? He said, for the $4.99 dono, he said, more Dedmon agenda. I don't know what agenda you're looking for, my boy. Threat. Who was we talking about just now? Jovic. We were talking about Jovic. Talk to me about Jovic, Threat.
I see that Jovic played 23 minutes in the game tonight. Unfortunately, I didn't watch a second of the 23 minutes that he played at all. I didn't watch a second of the 12 minutes that Dewayne Dedmon played, but what I did watch was the last 7 minutes of the game, and that's the assessment that I'll be giving you guys. It was a lot of ass shit. I saw nothing but air balls in the last 7 minutes of the game. I don't need to watch the full game anymore because I already know what the fuck is going on. I know Kyle Lowry's throwing that ass like he's Pinky. I know he's throwing ass like he's Pinky. I know Bam got his moments on the defensive end, and then on the offensive end, you know what I'm saying, he giving real, you know what I'm saying, Ben Simmons vibes here and there. Max Strus is pushing a great agenda right now. If I could, I swear to God, I could not tell you what Haywood Highsmith looks like. I've never seen that young man on the basketball court ever since. In the 20 minutes that I've watched this season, I don't know what he looks. I couldn't tell you what jersey number he wears at all. I literally do not know. Like, I see Jamal Cain got minutes. I don't even know. Is his name even Jamal? I don't know these players on the team at all. Like, I don't know what's going on this season. I wake up
for your
I wake up, I look at the box score, I see this, that, and I make assessments like that, and I talk like I know ball. Period. That's all I got to do this season. It's too easy. It's too easy. And I still win. I win every time.
And then get on the timeline and cause an absolute uproar on Twitter.
And what you do with them tweets that you cause uproar with, right?
Hey, I get out of Dodge, baby. I get up out of there, baby.
Mute. Take the timeline.
Mute him.
That go by the day. Watching the World Cup on y'all ass on that burner.
On the pitch.
Exactly. Did you get a chance to talk about Jovic, Aaron? No, I don't think so.
No.
Go ahead and talk about Jovic.
Yeah, I honestly I agree that he probably, you want to see him get more run, especially if your agenda is kind of for the Heat to be as not competitive as possible for the greater, for the greater good overall and the long-term future of this team, given that they have their first round pick this year. But I just think I wish he were a little bit more aggressive, and I don't think it's entirely his fault. Like, I don't remember who was talking about it, but they don't look for him a ton on offense. But I feel like where he got the ball tonight specifically, which was a little bit different from, I felt like, the way he was used in other games, was he got it a lot off the move, on the move rather, in this game. And so he's making reads while getting downhill, and you can see he's a smart passer. He knows when to make the extra pass and when to take the shot. I wish he would take the shot a little bit more sometimes, but to your point, Royal, about what they mentioned on the broadcast, I didn't even hear that. And I was kind of thinking, like, in that first half and early in the first quarter specifically, when you have two bigs that can just grab a rebound and start the fast break for you, you just get into offense a little bit cleaner, a little bit faster. You're usually going to get better looks that way. And you mentioned how Rudy Gobert was getting left in the dust, and that's a big thing, right? Like, if you can get into your offense and you're in a 4-on-3 or, even a 4-on-4 situation, but Rudy Gobert's in the backcourt, now, like, you can get to the rim. You're going to get better looks naturally. Everything from the free throw line down looks
other
better.
Teams, not the Miami Heat.
Right. But it was it was something that they definitely benefited from a little bit, right? It got them into some early offense a few times, and it's good to see. Like, I like the kid. I don't know what the ceiling is, or, that kind of just depends on what his development is. It's hard to project at this point, but he has some skills that, I think he has a pretty high IQ as an offensive player, just all around offensive player. Not that he has the skills to, he's not going to be a 20-a-game guy right now next season, but you can see that there's something there. You can see what they liked. And I think he'll be a really good player when he gets into his prime, man.
I think he's going to be a good player too. I don't know. Like, I really want them to blow this fucking team up. Thank you, HM, for the $5 dono. He said, I'm waiting on the Wemby lineup of Lowry, Herro, Strus, Robinson, and Jovic to get some burn. I know Spo has it in him. Yeah, hey, listen, bro. There's a lot of lineups Spo can play out there, just being honest with you, to get us to Wemby.
It's like any non-Bam lineup, pretty much.
Yeah. Take Bam out. This team is a top 3 lottery team. Moon Best, thank you for the $5 dono. He said the man Highsmith looks like he neglected. It looked like a neglected artwork. He said Jess got a higher vert than Jovic too. Put her in Spo. I think Jess is 5'3". She would not help our problems.
I'm 5'2", but I had bunnies back in the day.
You're still taller than Royal.
First of all, Adebayo. No, she ain't. Second of all, you a bitch. So this Miami's 4th loss in a row.
Is it really?
What? Yeah, bro. They've lost 4 games in a row.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo.
Sweet it is.
Yeah, but so what's next, bro? Like, have y'all seen enough from Jovic to kind of, and this is just kind of like a general panel question, anybody can answer. Have y'all seen enough from Jovic to warrant like starting him and try and move on with this process? Like, are we blowing this shit up? Like, where are we at this point in the season? Like, this team not competitive. They not winning shit. Go ahead, Jess.
I have this feeling, and I can't say it for sure, but I have this feeling that like a lot of the front office feels a lot like a bunch of people on Twitter, in that, oh, everyone's hurt and like we'll be fine when they're back, as if we didn't start the season with pretty much everyone playing that was going to play and still lost. So I'm not sure why they're like, oh, but Jimmy's out, Duncan's out, Herro's out, as if any of that makes a difference. Like, the team is not set up to win, and like that's been like a really hard pill for people to swallow. But like, if you don't blow it up, then it's just stupid to be like a mid team throughout the rest of the year. Like, it will just do nothing for us. So it's like, it's kind of the time to make the decision already. I don't see Pat Riley or Spoelstra or any of these guys willing to, number one, like blow it up completely, or number two, tank. So I just feel like they're going to do exactly what we don't want them to do, and just like win some games, not win some games, and just be like a 500 team that like loses in the first round of the playoffs. Like, that's what I think is going to happen.
You know what I think crazy? I think it's crazy how people assuming that this team going to make it to the playoffs.
If they even do, everyone's talking like second.
I mean,
no,
like, yeah, like just being real, bro. Like, they need a trade to be a playoff team.
They killed Ricky for saying that.
Yeah,
bro, they killed my dog for that, and y'all should apologize.
That thread's sticking right now. I ain't gonna hold you,
man. Like, but it's like just being honest. Like, this team hasn't shown us the ability to kind of like win meaningful games. They lose to bad teams. They lose to good teams. So what the fuck, Adam? Let's come to you. Like, what is it, bro? Like, where are we at this point in the season? Like, what do you believe Miami should be doing?
I mean, for the next month and a half or so, you stay the course, because there's nothing you can do until then, till December 15th. But I mean, just looking at the schedule for the next month and a half, they have some tough games. They're playing the Wizards. I mean, every game's a tough game at this point.
Yeah, I'm about to say they just lost to Minnesota tonight.
Yeah, they're playing the Wizards twice, right before Thanksgiving and right after. And then they have 2 games in Boston. And then they're playing Memphis and Atlanta. And so, like, nothing is coming easy for this team. And they're going to reach the 20-game mark well under 500. And they're going to be in
that was clinched tonight.
That was close to that. Yeah, they're 7-10. They're at the 17 game. So
they're 7-11 now, I think.
Huh?
Well,
that was
500.
No, I got you.
Oh, that was game 18.
So, yeah. So I mean, like, they're in a hole, and there's not a single trade that can fix this. They just need to get their guys healthy, and then I think what the Heat brass need to do is on New Year's, when everybody's trade eligible, you take a look at the roster, you take a look at the standings, and you make an ultimatum, make a decision right then and there, January 1st, whatever date arbitrary date you put out there, and make a decision on the direction of the team, because you're either going to go for it or you're going to have to sell off, because a lot of guys are free agents, and you need to
go for what?
Go for the 6th seed, go for the 5th seed, try to make magic happen like you did with the bubble season where you were the 5th seed and went to the finals.
Bruh, stop trying.
It's not one trade.
Don't do that.
Go ahead.
Man, that's disrespectful as fuck if they did that. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, if you got standards out there, if you got standards and you a fan, bro, like that's like a smack in the face, bro. Like you don't do that. Don't play on my time like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
But Adam was talking about it. Adam was talking about it on the last stream with Ed. The Heat are probably just gonna make some little last trade to appease the regular fan.
I tweeted it today. Think a Trevor Ariza type deal in 2021, but instead of a Trevor Ariza where you give up nothing, they give up something, right? So to me, that screams Harrison Barnes, where they give up a pick and give up some sort of player, and then they still get bounced out in the first round. Like that is something I can see happening.
We said Harrison Barnes November 2021, and they said we was wilding.
We said so many names back then.
Niggas backed up Duncan. Hey man,
Christian Wood want to get out of where he at now apparently because he ain't playing enough minutes. I got a team where you'll play all the fucking minutes, Christian Wood. Now say y'all don't want Christian Wood now. What would you have to give up for Christian Wood?
About what they get.
Yeah,
a little more. Yeah, like about. I was gonna say not more than what they gave up to get him.
Less.
Yeah. But I mean, like, why? But like, why? Like, okay, so in the offseason, we were talking about how they should go out and get a Jeremy Grant, maybe even a Christian Wood, guys like that. Those guys do make them better. I'm not crazy about Christian Wood, but like, maybe makes them better.
Sure.
But what's the point, guys? Like, what? Like, why? What do we want to do here? We want to be the 5 seed and run into Milwaukee if you get to the second round.
Let me be
clear.
What I mean? Let me be clear. If they're gonna make one of them little ass moves, go get Christian Wood. Like at least you won't have to waste a pick on it.
No, and why? He's
why?
A free agent.
Why? Because that's what Miami's going to do. Like,
well, that's a different thing. Well, yes, you're right. Historically, that is exactly what they do, and that's probably what they're going to do this year, right? They're going to try to upgrade at the deadline, and they're going to sell, the whole we just need to get there, and then we have a shot type of thing.
DeMar will be a Heedle, like something like that.
And you know what? DeMar makes them
blow it the fuck up. I want to blow it up.
Listen, if there were ever a year that you wanted to be bad, obviously this is the year, but it's just not what they do. Like, it's just not what they do, and I don't think any of us kind of agree with it. Like, it's not what any of us would want them to do. But if we're like, we joke, I joke at least about, being kind of happy when they lose and whatever, because hey, it gets them closer to Wembanyama and blah. But like the reality is, even if they're like 8 games under 500 at the 35 game mark, right, just before the midseason mark, they are still going to talk themselves into making a move like that and not selling off, but rather trying to give themselves a little boost. And then they probably will squeak into the playoffs, and they might even get up to like the 6th seed or something and avoid the play-in. But yeah, man, look, I agree. You have your first round pick this year. You have full access to your first round pick, and it's a fantastic draft. You don't need to get the first or second pick to there's a lot of really good prospects in the lottery. And this would be the year. Like if there were ever a year, to kind of, they're not going to tank on purpose, but if you were going to not be good, this is absolutely the year to do it. I just don't see them. I just don't see them doing it.
Blueprint. The Warriors gave you the blueprint.
The Warriors got James Wiseman and ended up in the championship. But
James Wiseman sucks. The funny thing is they missed on that pick. Like LaMelo Ball, not they need LaMelo Ball, but LaMelo Ball was right there. And they missed so far on that pick, and it didn't even they were able to afford missing on the 2nd overall pick, and it didn't even matter.
I can tell you like this: when they played against the Heat, James Wiseman looked like a number 2 overall pick. Thank you, Luke Apollon, for 199. Don't know. He said Ant is Max Strus daddy. He said he was trying to make him proud. First of all, bro, I am not with that shit, that Strus daddy foolishness. I'm not going to call no grown-ass man daddy. I don't even call my real daddy daddy. Thank you, Dash Jordan, for the $10 dono. He said trade Jimmy for assets.
You just did, technically.
I said I don't call my real daddy. That's a position, not what I call him. It was,
You are one of them.
You could have just said I don't call my father. Okay, never mind.
I don't call him father. I don't use father in my everyday vernacular. Like that's just
don't have.
Oh, brother.
What, bro?
What are you gonna say?
Go no. What you? No. Let's read this comment. No. What you finna say, Adam?
Yo, Adam, what trade would you make if you were the Heat?
No. Don't try to save my tears. Don't try to save my tears.
And I quote Jamal.
Thank you, Dan Jordan, for the $10 dono. He said trade Jimmy for assets, trade Tyler for assets offseason, then athleticism, length everywhere, and an actual point guard. That is quite the grocery list that you have there, and I don't think they're going to be able to get all that done like in one single. Dan Jordan, thank you for the $5 dono. He said, I was told Christian who, Jeremy who. We were talking the same thing, bro. Look, those moves, those were last year's moves. We're in a different situation now, and it's kind of like the further that we get into this season, the more grateful I am because the further we can separate ourselves from the notion that this team is even remotely similar to the one that we had last year. Like, and that's kind of like where people are hanging on to the fact that we just made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're starting to every game. They're starting to see this ain't that. And
people look at this stuff like X's and O's, not X's and O's, but like, okay, on paper, all they did was lose PJ Tucker. Like, yeah, you're right. And PJ Tucker hasn't been good at all for the Sixers this season, but we're not talking, they didn't lose this year's PJ Tucker. They lost last year's PJ Tucker. And what he did for them on the defensive side of the ball, even when he was, standing in the corner and bricking 3 after 3 after 3 after he had the hot start to the season, he still brought you like plus value on the defensive end. And it changes the game for guys like Bam. It changes the game for guys like Bam. But man, like the other thing that people don't consider is that if you keep the same team together and you keep bringing them back and they don't get over the hump, right? They get close. They keep getting close, but they don't get over the hump. Like at a certain point, it's possible that like guys just get tired of playing with each other. Guys get tired of going through the same shit year after year. And yeah, they had a really good run to the conference finals last year, but does this team look like a team that's super cohesive and loves playing together and plays for each other? Like a lot of the time, I think the answer is no.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, even though it was only PJ Tucker that we lost, PJ Tucker's presence allowed everybody to slot into their natural roles and positions. Yeah. And that is kind of what the biggest difference is between last year and this year. It's like, yeah, we have the same players, but now they're all playing different every fucking thing. They don't know from game to game where they're going to be. Kendall, jump in on this conversation wherever you feel like you should take it.
I would think not only to Ariel's point, not only that, bro, but like Caleb got his, Max, Gabe, like them boys in positions where they in a position to get paid.
Yeah.
Like they possibly don't give a fuck about winning. Like they probably just care about themselves looking good. Because at the end of the day, like they want to get paid too. You feel me? So it's like Ariel said, they not only do they not probably get tired of each other. If Max plays good, Gabe play good, they say, "Oh, we lost by 20, but shit, I was 5-8, and I did this, and this, and I look good, and my stat sheet look good." You feel me? Like that's real life shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like to Eric's point saying like, "Oh, on paper it looks the same," and it's funny because we was the whole like, "Oh, this ain't 2K, you can't make trade." Well, technically that's the same mind of thinking. It's just like keeping the roster the same. Everybody thinking that it's going to be linear results because. Oh, well, they did it last year and shot away this. Like, bruh, like, stop smoking dick. Like, fam, like, a lot of shit went right. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of shit gotta break right for things to, like, for a team to be so devoid of, like, talent. Like, and that, like, you see a coach making people look better than what they probably really are. Like, people clown on Winslow. People clown on Jay Rich being on all these teams now. DJJ not playing. Bruh, like, what the fuck you think would happen if Max Strus and Gabe Vincent left? Like, they might have a little bit more success because they play. Like, I feel like they had more like high level games in terms of playoffs. They might be a little better, but bro, like the results will kind of probably be similar. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's all right to take a step back, man. Like your team, like I don't know what 6 extra games in the playoff, possibly in the first round, gonna do for you. Money. Like I don't want to see my team in no fucking play-in, bro.
Yeah, I'd much rather be in the lottery than the play-in.
I don't want to see my team in a money grab game like for the NBA, bro. Like,
yeah, nah. If we're gonna be in the playoffs, then I want to at least feel like we got a shot to do something. Like even if it ain't necessarily the championship. Like I felt good about the team. Like even though we shit on the team all last year, I felt good about the team going into the playoffs because I knew that they could do something.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean. And they end up making some noise. You know what I mean? But like this team. I have no confidence that they would get into the playoffs and do anything. But Kim, I think you got what's up, bro?
What has happened every time? Okay, what happened? Do you remember the 06-07 season, the season after winning the championship?
Yeah.
Do you remember the end result?
Yeah, Antoine Walker came into camp drunk as shit, fat as shit, and that team just got in like it didn't do shit. They didn't give a fuck.
Right, and they got swept by the Bulls in the first round. What happened?
Not only in the first round, Ariel, fucking opening night was a very
they got killed by 40.
Was an amazing like foreshadowing for what the season was going to be.
It really was.
They asked for by like 30 points, bro. Like
40. They beat them by 42.
42,
I remember the final
42.
score of that game.
Yes.
It was
It was
108
on Halloween, and it was real spooky out there.
And what happened in 13-14 when they brought the big three back for year number 4 after winning the championship, but they made no changes effectively to that roster? What happened?
They fucking struggled.
They got smoked in the finals. They still got there because they had LeBron, but they had talent.
But that whole season, but that entire season, you could see like shit just wasn't the same as it was in those first three. Like you just saw that there was something different. I'm smoking what you're choking.
I know. And then finally, what happened in 2020, 2021 after the finals run, the bubble finals run? I get that they had a shortened offseason, but what happened? Did that team look like it was having fun?
No, they did not, and they ended up getting smoked. They went through a bunch of rotations throughout the course of the season, trying to figure out different things, and that shit did not work at all. That was the year they started Tyler at point guard at the beginning of the season.
At the beginning, yep.
Yeah, and so like they tried a bunch of different shits that didn't work, end up settling on something that kind of got them a little rhythm, and they got their ass smoked. That was when they was gonna play the real season, or Jimmy Butler was stupidly locked in. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So why like I know that we don't have this opinion in general on here, but to me it's just like it's illogical that people would expect a different result given that we've literally seen this movie. Like if you've been watching the Heat for, long enough, you've seen this 3 times in the last like 16, 17 years, and then we literally saw it 2 seasons ago, right? So
yeah, I think Kendall was making a very interesting point when he was talking about Max and Gabe in terms of their individual agendas when it comes to them. That makes me look at this game a little bit different, like, because that's true. They have to play well in order to get the money that they believe that they are due because they have contracts coming up. Jess, do you believe any of that kind of is planned into the way some of this is working out?
I mean, in a way, like, obviously I feel like everybody's like after a bag. And I feel like Max is kind of in a position now where it's like he knows that we rely on him, right? And like we saw it tonight based on how much we played him, trusting him to take shots, even if we all didn't agree like they were the right shots. But it's like this guy dropping, 30 points in a game, like, or 20 points, and just being like consistent. Like he's been the reason that we've actually won some of these games or been in some of these games. So he knows, he kind of is starting to figure out like what he's worth, because he's like, damn, if they don't play me, like we're really in shambles, and we would have been tonight. Like even if he played that bad, like at least having a guy who's like turning into someone reliable on our team, like on the floor, like that does something for it. So, I mean, I don't know. With Gabe, I don't know quite as much. With Max, I feel like he's going to start like demanding what he thinks he's worth, or he'll go somewhere else where he'll get paid what he thinks he's worth. But like, I think if we continue like this, almost 20 game start of the season, like we've started to realize like he's very important to this team, regardless of how I feel about the importance tonight. He's extremely important to this team, and he's played extremely well, and he's gonna demand, what he's worth, and we're gonna have to pay that if we want to keep him, or we're going to have to come up with another game plan, but he's definitely worth something. And I think that's in the back of his mind. I think he strikes me as like a person that like actually wants to like see us win and like help the team. But like, obviously money's always going to be a factor. So, and he's going to be worth some for sure. So
yeah, I'm part of that crowd, because I am part of the start Max Strus crowd, because I believe he's important to the ball movement of our starting unit. And that, to me, like just substituting him for a player who I believe is better. Tyler Herro is a better player, but putting Max in there creates a different team. Adam, jump in on this conversation, bro.
I agree.
Riveting stuff. You're a top tier content creator, Adam Barai. I just want to, bitch. No, let's talk about them. No, like we have to trade one or both of them at this deadline. Which one do you believe is more likely to be moved? Max, because he might give us more in return, or Gabe, because Max is so important to the current roster?
When was the last time they moved a player that was an expiring deal?
2019.
Harry.
Yeah.
Was it 2019?
I think it was KZ.
I can't even remember. You can't count KZ though.
Right.
Yeah,
I thought
right.
it was. I
Yeah,
thought it
maybe.
was the Cuckoo Platter, the ones that he gave out all the wild contracts. Well, Hassan.
They
you
weren't
talking
on their
about-
last year. No, they had
They
to
were.
get.
They had another year.
Oh, they had another year. Oh, okay.
They,
Well,
they
it must have
moved
been Hassan then.
Justice to get rid of those guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that going to depend on who we're going after? Like, we can't just give up Max if we're not getting someone to fill that role. Like, obviously, I think all of us would rather give up.
They
Gabe,
would
but
start Tyler. They would just start Tyler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just give him more minutes.
Yeah, it
I
just
thought
start
this
Tyler.
move would be being made in order to just get an asset, aka a pick.
That's
So
how a
that's-
lot of things. That's kind of like the vein that I'm painting the
No
question.
shot are they doing that?
Well, here's the thing. They wouldn't like. I agree. Actually, they're not going to sell a guy like Max. Like you could find a contending team that would want Max Strus, needs a shooter, and you could probably get a first round pick in return because that team's going to be good anyways, and so the pick's not as valuable. But like, if you're the Heat, and that's probably what they should do. But if you're the Heat, then you're taking the path of we're going to sell off. We're going to start selling on this season because now you're hurting the product and it's already not good. Like the roster hasn't been good anyways. I agree. That's what they should do, but it's not what they will do, and they're going to pay him.
I mean, if we're going to talk about what they will do, it'll be like they'll trade Duncan 2 first-round picks and something for DeMar.
Like John
that
Collins
is what they
something.
will do.
Bro, if they give up 2 first-round picks for a 33, 34-year-old DeMar,
33 or yeah.
Bro, you got me fucked up, bro.
Like, but that's something they will do. Like
I don't know. I hear you, bro, but like that's disrespectful, bro.
And then Gabe and Max will walk in free agency.
No, they won't. I don't think they will.
I will check out of this season. Like I like doing this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But if they bring in DeMar DeRozan and trade 2 first-round picks, I am going to check out. I will miss more games this season doing post-game shows than I missed ever.
Royal, you're not more okay with it because you're getting rid of Duncan Robinson's contract?
No, bro.
Because it's not like just let me just put this out there and then go off. Like just it's not like you're
expiring.
Who, DeMar?
Yeah.
I believe he's a free agent after the season. It's either after the season or he's a player option. I don't remember, but I believe he's a free agent after the season.
I thought he got 3 years.
No, but even then, I would rather, if you're going to trade for him, it would be better for the Heat if he had 3 years, because if you're going to give up 2 first-round picks, you need the player to be.
Sure.
Oh, is he? I thought he was expiring after the season. How many? Okay, so
years?
then it makes more sense.
How many years, Ariel? I'm sorry. How many years, Adam?
One more after this at $28 million.
Okay,
is it a
so
player
he's
option
not.
or is it guaranteed?
Yeah,
It's guaranteed.
I don't think it's.
It's a player option, but he's absolutely going to take it.
I thought he had a player option. Anyways,
I don't think it's a player option.
Oh,
I thought. Okay, let's assume it's guaranteed. Either way,
Okay.
it's
With the sign and trade. Sign and trades have to be okay. Never mind.
3. Yeah, so you need a.
I want you to explain it. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish.
Regardless, let's say he's on a contract for 1 more year after this season. If I were to give up 2 first-round picks for DeMar DeRozan, which like I wouldn't feel comfortable doing, even though he's a really good player, I would want team control for a few years going forward. You're making a commitment. Like if you're going to move those picks, it better be for somebody like. It's not a rental. You know what I mean? Like you can't do that for a rental. It needs to be a guy who's going to be on the team. Adrian, can you let us know if he has a player option or if it's fully guaranteed?
It doesn't.
It's not a player
He doesn't?
Fully,
Okay.
In a sign and trade, you have to have 3 fully guaranteed years.
Right. Okay. So you get him for 1 more year. Look, my question was, if you get off of Duncan's remaining 3 years, I believe, do you feel better about that?
I do, because like 1-for-1, DeMar DeRozan is a better player, but I feel like we're still in the hamster wheel with the scenario where it's like we get DeMar DeRozan and then what? Now we're trapped with DeMar DeRozan.
I mean, he's been really good the last 2 years.
Kyle,
look, is Kyle still here? Is Jimmy still here? Him and Jimmy's gonna be.
Yes, they're all still here. It's like Duncan, Caleb, those guys, those contracts to get up to DeMar's 30-something.
There is a world and a scenario where DeMar DeRozan that the Heat have already liked in the past, and they probably still do a lot. There's a scenario where the Heat convince themselves that Kyle, Tyler, Jimmy, DeMar, and Bam, as the 6th seed heading into the playoffs, as a team that has never played together before, could shock teams in the first and second round. The Heat will definitely think that they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I will hit Pat Riley over the head with a shovel myself.
Bro, if they end up with DeMar DeRozan on this roster and Kyle Lowry, I don't want to hear the Heat talk about no culture. I just want everybody to start saying we the South. Because we would literally just be the South. Two motherfuckers who just freeze and choke up and ass cheeks get tight every time they step in the playoffs, bro. Like, stop playing with me, bro. I would rather Duncan just sit on this roster, bro. Y'all made y'all bed, now fucking lay in it. Like, don't throw no shit together talking about some DeMar DeRozan, bro. To what? To get to like the second round, bro, just to lose again? Like, that team ain't good enough to play against Boston, bro, at all. Like, fuck the spacing.
Motherfucker called them the Heat Torches.
Bro, like that is that team, and then we'll have to give up like Caleb and Max to get there. Are you saying?
Maybe not.
No,
Max.
let's say you do Duncan, Dedmon, Vic, the 2023 first, and a lottery protected 2025.
Can we like? I mean, I think Erik said no, because like me, I think I feel more comfortable doing not 23, but 2. But I don't want to give up picks.
I'm not giving up picks for no old ass nigga who not like that, bro.
I'm just saying, DeMar was like 28 a game last season.
I'm not gonna lie. Like
that's a lot.
DeMar, Jimmy, Kyle, Tyler. It's like a lot. It's wings. And
it's a bunch of wings, but it's like how do you create an offense out of that? You got 3 guys. You got 3 guys.
Honest, very good.
Yeah,
like that's
sure. But he can't shoot 3. Well, you got 3 guys who can't shoot, 1 guy who won't shoot, and the shooter wants to dribble.
I wouldn't say that. Let me check DeMar's numbers before I open them up.
DeMar's another ball handler. He's a guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's this guy.
But he's like a creator, dude.
Yeah.
Like, how many times does this offense just get stuck in the mud and go minutes without scoring, or they just don't get good looks for extended stretches? Like, if you had a guy who could ISO and just get it from the mid-range over and over and over again, you don't think that I mean, I don't think it makes – I agree. They're not beating Boston or Milwaukee probably unless they get crazy lucky.
I'm not being ridiculous in saying that adding DeMar in here over Duncan Robinson is an upgraded talent for this roster. I'm not doing that. I'm saying, what does it change?
It gives them a shot. And I don't think it's like a tiny shot. I'm saying from their perspective.
For 3 weeks?
No, hold up. I am saying from their perspective.
From your perspective.
No, I don't think. No, I just said they don't beat Milwaukee or Boston. I agree. I wouldn't do the deal. I'm just saying, like, they would probably consider it because they can convince themselves, like Adam was saying, that it gives them a shot if they get into the right matchup.
They're probably already talking about it. I can take DeMar on this team in February.
They're not thinking about tanking. They're not thinking about selling. They've never done it. They're not going to do it.
They ain't even better than the Chicago Bulls.
Well, I mean, you would go all the way balls deep in it. Like, you would go in, just trade everything not named Jimmy and Bam and go into the offseason.
Might turn around and be like, "No, we better than you. You give me your motherfucker. You give me Jimmy,
motherfucker." I want to thank Darren Jordan for the $10 dono. He said, DeMar and Jimmy, great value, MJ and Scotty. They not even close to that pair. Oh, shit, we already ran over our. Let's go talk about this next game. On Wednesday, we go Washington Wizards come to Miami. We're going to start with Ariel. Ariel, the boy feeling good?
The boy's feeling good. You hope that Jimmy and Tyler can come back for that game, and then, like, at a certain point here, they got to start winning games. Like, I do think they are a little bit better on paper than their record suggests if they're healthy. So I expect them to win that game, so I feel good about it. But I don't feel good about it. Sorry, I lied. I feel bad about it, but I expect them to win that game.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm your record tells you who you are type guy. Like, whatever your record says you are, that is what you are. Except unless you're the Heat in the 1 seed last year. Then your record was full of lies.
Or in the bubble season.
Yeah, then your record was full of fucking lies. Jess, the girl feeling good?
I feel all right. Is anyone going to be back for that game? Because, I mean, it was a 1-point game. So, we have Jimmy. We have
probably everybody but Tyler.
I think we have a better chance even with just Jimmy in. I mean, again, we kept it to a 1-point game. It was really exciting, and we were playing scrubs. So, that could help.
No, you mean like we were playing from our team scrubs? The Washington Wizards are scrubs.
We were playing.
We were playing scrubs, and we were also playing scrubs. And you're talking about a competitive 1-point game.
I happen to be a Kuzma stan, so
that boy was horrific in that game.
He was bad, but he's not always going to be bad.
Bad. He was horrible.
He was bad. He was bad. I mean, you never know, but like they didn't play that bad to where I was like, oh, that's not really like what they look like. So I think we could take them, especially if we have Jimmy back. I would hope so.
Fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is wrong with Tyler Herro, bro? Like, this is the most devastating ankle injury I've ever seen in my life, bro.
I thought he like tripped the nail. It's his ankle.
I don't know what it is, but he ain't played, and it was not supposed to be like this.
No.
Well, he'll warm up and then he'll chip his ankle or chip his nail again and not play.
Who are we getting back next game?
Probably Jimmy. Probably. And I'm going to go ahead and just say 96-97 Heat win on Jimmy Butler free throws while he's injured at the free throw line.
How serious is this injury, sir?
Kendall, the boy feeling good?
Yeah, I put that last comment back up from Trap. Yeah, just leave that there. The boy is soft. He's brittle as fuck. Body can't hold up. I seen him throwing hands, knew he wasn't going to make it. Supposedly put on muscle.
Ain't seen it.
He can't hold up, man. Y'all boys, I heard Dewayne Wade comparisons a while back. I saw Donovan Mitchell tweet, but that shit's crazy. But Great White Hope is letting the folks down, but he ain't fooled me. He Mono Ginobili with some hair at some time. Like, you know what I'm saying? And a poor man's Manu Ginobili for whole.
Oh, okay. I understand.
It's a Hall of Famer.
So let me bring that. Let me run that back. Is the boy feeling good? Absolutely not, because there's a chance that we may win this game until we lose it. So until the loss is stamped, I will not be feeling good because we have a chance because Jimmy Butler will be returning, and that little weirdo is a baller. And I don't want to see the team win right now. You know what I'm saying? Catch another L.
I ain't gonna hold you. The boy don't care. I really don't give a shit about this season, bro. I just don't care. It's whether they win or lose. I'm just going to be here to talk about the game. I feel nothing. I'm dead inside.
Dead man.
Goddamn. I don't feel shit. I'll say that they're gonna blow this shit out, but I don't believe it. Like they don't blow out anything. They had a nail biter against the Washington Wizards the last time they played them. Some motherfucker, who was the motherfucker that was killing us? Was that the Dwayne Washington game? I don't even remember what team these motherfuckers play for at this point. They're everywhere.
Hey man, at some point niggas gonna have to retire that random Heat screw up shit, bro, because it's a lot of screw. Bro, we got 11 undrafted players. I think for a season until we get about 6 of these motherfuckers up off the roster, the random Heat scrub killer shit gotta kind of die down because it's a whole lot of G League on your roster, cousin. Like,
whenever the Heat win a game, the other team gets killed by a random scrub Heat player.
Somebody said Corey Kispert. Corey Kispert went in the first round of the NBA draft.
We have 3 drafted players play today. 3.
That's crazy.
Every time Matt Strus scores over 10 points, he is a random scrub Heat player. Gabe Vincent, random scrub Heat player.
We might start giving out MVP. Random scrub Heat player MVP of the night.
Duncan.
Because he didn't play? That always makes me happy. Let's get up out of here. Thank you guys in the comments, as always, for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my boy Ariel, the girl Jess, and that boy Justin for saving my bacon with the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network. We want to thank the people over at Simple Health Advisors. Thank you to my guy James Poe and the people over there. Insurance does not need to be complicated, folks. Make sure you email them or give them a call today and tell them that the basement sent you. Email my guy James Poe at jpoe@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a phone call at 321-345-7738. Appreciate you, Justin, bro. Always looking out for me. Yeah, but thank you guys. Bro, get your dick eating ass up out of here. Like, I'm sick of you. Simp Lopez. Look at this motherfucker in that picture, too. He looked like he would take you to his mama house and wear you out in that basement. That's what he looked like he'd do. in his little sister room. Thank you guys in the comments as always joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to Ariel, Jess, Adam, and Kendall, and of course Threat, who left out of here like Rick Ross on that 85 South interview. Don't know where that boy went.
Nah, he left out of here like Rick Ross on that speeding video.
Hey, bro, he ain't got that boy got the fuck up out of Dodge out here. We'll see y'all next time. Play video, Justin.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight. Hey, come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul, when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.